Stella Glow is a strategy role-playing game by the now defunct company Imejipatch. It was meant to be a 10-year anniversary title for the developer. Unfortunately, before the game was even released, the company filed for bankruptcy and the game was released in Japan by Sega. In Stella Glow, you play as Alto, a boy who has no memories of anything prior to 3 years ago. One day out in the forest, he encounters Hilda, the Witch of Destruction, who tells him to leave the village. After ignoring her request, Hilda and a group of Harbingers attack his village the next morning, crystallizing everyone in it. During this attack, Alto's sister Lizette, he's adopted into their family by the way, transforms into the Water Witch. Alto himself becomes what's known as a conductor, a person with the ability to tune witches or essentially drive out their negative emotions. The last person with this ability was a mythical hero known as Elcrest, who supposedly went to the moon to calm down an angry god 1,000 years ago. Alto and Lizette, saved by Regent Knights, ultimately join them. Now with a conductor at hand and under Queen Anastasia's orders, the Knights go out in search of the Wind Witch, Fire Witch, and Earth Witch in order to stop Hilda from crystallizing the entire world. While I found the story to be a bit boring because of its predictability and the fact that it ended on a flat note, it doesn't mean it was bad by any means, as there are some twists and turns here and there. What saved the story for me, however, was the cast of characters involved in it. They're all incredibly fun and shine in their own way, as there are many party members to choose from, all with their unique personalities and dialogue and battle abilities. Between Rusty's nightlife, Archibald's uptight personality, Keith talking about becoming the future king, and Ewan always having money on his mind, there never really is a dull moment. To break up the story a bit so that you don't go straight from mission to mission, most chapters have free time events. The most important thing to do during these sections is to go bond with your party. By bonding with a party member, they learn new passive abilities, making some good characters great, and some characters actually useful. By that I mostly mean Archibald. Archibald is a great member for battle, but is quickly put on the bench because he can't keep up due to his low mobility. But if he maxes out his bond, he gets to move an additional 2 spaces, which is amazing considering his ability that allows him to potentially block damage when near an ally. So the higher his movement, the better. On the bright side as well, your witches will become even more powerful as well. Speaking of witches, after a certain amount of time in a bonding event, you'll have to tune them, so that way they can get over any negative feelings, ultimately increasing the bond level between the both of you. Sure, it's another free time you have to spend and even throw in some money, but in the end it's definitely worth the investment. Other things you can do during free time is have Alto explore an area, possibly causing him to return with an item, or you can have him work for money. Of course, if you want to do nothing with your free time at all, by all means you can just go into your room and rest up. On to the main crux of the game, the battles, specifically positioning. Movements in Stella Glow is tied around 3 concepts: what kind of movement type you or the opponent have, like if they can warp, hover, fly, or walk, how high they can jump, and the amount of tiles they can cover during a movement action. For instance, if movement types, if you're just a walker going through water or a patch of grass, it's just terrible as the cost of going through one tile goes up. Naturally, if you can hover, fly, or warp, none of that matters. With jump, it might not sound important as nothing is blocked via a height difference, but some maps are much faster to traverse the ability to jump high enough, or if you can at least hover. Early game, you won't really notice traversal issues right off the bat, as battles are pretty straightforward and the playing field is pretty leveled. But late game, you can pull off some really advanced techniques if you take these movements into consideration. Keep in mind that if you attack or get attacked from the side, the accuracy of the moves goes up. If you get hit from behind, the accuracy and the damages increase. Also, know that the height difference also factors in the accuracy. The higher you are, the more accurate the move is. So positioning really does matter. Positioning can really make or break a flow in the combat of battle. Not to mention, I can name plenty of times where I had missed attacks with accuracy higher than 90% in key moments, so always try to aim for the sides if you can. I'll be honest here, this game isn't all that hard. There are some difficulty spikes here and there, but that's about it. The reason why this game seems so easy is because of the use of songs in the game. In order to sing, you need to fill up the song gauge. This can be done by taking damage, receiving damage, defeating an opponent, or an ally being defeated. After the song gauge has been filled up to a certain point, you can easily turn the tide of battle if you're having trouble, or just win even faster if you're in a rush, as these songs can range from completely healing your HP and replenishing your SP, and even removing status elements completely to giving you a 100% critical hit rate. At first it doesn't necessarily break the game, but the further you go through the game, the easier they become to do, which makes things easier than they really need to be. In the end, outside of maybe its characters, nothing really sticks out at me regarding Stella Glow. Yet when you put all the pieces of the game together, it becomes a marvelous game I'd sing praises about if needed. I don't necessarily love it, but I do like this game a lot. While I don't like the story all that much, and the game can be too easy at times, it's definitely worth to check out. Its characters make quite the party and an enjoyable time. And that concludes our Stella Glow review. If you would like to see a more detailed and in-depth review of this game, be sure to check out the link down in the description bar below, where there will be a link to our website giving a full written review of this game. And also be sure to leave a comment down in the comment section below telling me what you guys thought of the review, and if this is a game that you'll be picking up or not. And also be sure to stick around for my channel, because I'll be uploading videos of Stella Glow in the coming weeks. So yeah, as always everyone, this is Gamalad signing off, hoping you guys enjoyed the game.